Hey guys, so I've had quite a week and I wanted to talk to you guys about that. So most recently I had a big, well not a big, but I had a test yesterday for human bio, and I spent most of the week studying for that, which is mostly why I didn't film or upload, or I should say I didn't upload before today because of that. So I was stressed out about the test. Work has been good overall, but one of my residents has been kind of more annoying to me, I guess is a good word for it. I think she's just, I don't know if she's doing well or if she's doing kind of not super great. I'm not really sure how she's doing. I mean, my boss told me that if she doesn't get any better, then we might not be able to have her down, because we're not nurses, we're not doctors, we're not like here to, you know, Sarah Care isn't about making people feel better. I mean, it is, but we're not doctors or nurses. So for them to come down, kind of connect with other people, have that social component to life, and just have like somewhere to come down and talk to people and not feel so isolated in their apartments. So that's basically our role at Sarah Care. So, you know, we have a nurse come in every so often to like check their blood pressure and everything, and just, you know, make sure they're okay basically. So, but that's her job, that's not my job. So, you know, and she doesn't come in every day. So, but yeah, so that's basically what it is. And, you know, and like hearing her say that if our one resident doesn't get better, then she might not be able to come back down, like it kind of like broke my heart a little bit, because I love her so much, but the resident, but at the same time I understand that obviously, you know, we can't handle somebody who isn't feeling good at all, like it shouldn't be put on us to deal with somebody in that position. Like if she needs to be in the hospital, or if she needs to be in rehab or a nursing home or something, then that should happen. So that's basically what it should be. So yeah, other than that, I still haven't, I'm still in the same position I've been in at Sarah Care, but I'll let you know what happens with Sarah Care in the future. And school has been not a struggle, but a little bit, I guess, this week, just because I just had like classes and the test and just a lot of like stuff going on, and then I got an email from the advisor of the outdoor adventure club that I'm in. We went to Hocking Hills in the fall of last year, I want to say. Yeah, I think it was the fall. Yeah, we went to Hocking Hills last year, me and the outdoor adventure club. And so I emailed them to see what was happening, and the one advisor emailed me and told me that they hadn't really gotten any, like they hadn't heard from anybody, so they were like really not sure what was happening. And the one advisor isn't an actual advisor anymore, because I guess he just isn't really up for it. And then I got an email on Tuesday, I believe, from the other advisor, and he basically said that he wanted to have a meeting yesterday at 4 o'clock. So I was like, okay, I'll come. I mean, even though I had work and class and I was studying for a test and everything. So yesterday was a really busy day for me. I told him I would come, and so I had work, and then I had like an hour between work and going to the meeting. So I spent that hour basically just studying and trying to figure out what I was going to bring to school for like me to have a snack during the time that I was there. And then I left about 3:30 to go to the meeting. And I walked into the meeting, and it was me, there was another girl there, and her name's Kayla, and she seemed nice. And basically we went over like just the idea, like different ideas to get people into the club, and different ideas of things we can actually do as a club. And the advisor, he actually asked me and Kayla like if we wanted to be officers in the club. And I mean, I already knew that I wanted to be an officer. I just didn't know that I didn't really know which officer position I wanted to do. And I mean, since Kayla, like, it was her first meeting, so I was like, it was kind of like surprising. Like, I mean, I became president and she became vice president. So I even texted her after the meeting, and I told, like, when I got home from class and everything, like, I was like, were you expecting that to happen? Like, were you expecting to come to a meeting for a club? My eyes bothering me, sorry. Were you expecting to come to a club meeting and like become the vice president? She's like, LOL, nope. And I was like, yeah, I wasn't expecting that either. I mean, like I said, like, I expected to become an officer. Did I expect to become the president of a club? Not necessarily, unless somebody else wanted to be the president. But I mean, I've always I mean, well, the backstory of this is that I emailed the advisor for this club, like, because before it was the outdoor adventure club, it was the ski club. And so it was probably like 6 months to a year ago that I emailed the advisor for the ski club, the same guy who's the advisor for this club, and I emailed him asking him, like, you know, like, I told him I was interested and I wanted to go skiing and all that kind of stuff. And basically, I never heard back. I emailed him twice and I never heard back. And then I finally heard back when it was the Outdoor Adventure Club. And that was when I think that was, yeah, that was last semester when I heard back from him. And he said that, you know, like, it was, like, you know, like, we're meeting and having meetings and we're doing things and, you know, blah, 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 blah. So basically, like, ever since I started coming to the meetings and stuff like that and being a part of the club, I knew that I wanted to be an officer, but like I said, I didn't know, like, what type of officer I wanted to be. To be honest, I thought I'd be like the treasurer or something of that nature. I never really thought I'd be the president of the club. So that, I mean, yeah. So, and but for her, I mean, I'm not saying that I have a problem with her being the vice president. I really don't. But the fact that it was her first meeting with this club and she became the vice president, I should say, is kind of hilarious to me, because it's just like it makes me think, like, want to ask the advisor, Fred is the advisor. It makes me want to ask him, like what were you thinking? But I mean, I know he was thinking that he, I think he wanted to make it more official, like, you know, making officers of a club makes it more official, and it probably makes it more, you know, if I email all the other people in the club, then, you know, they'll be more official, basically, which I understand. Like, I think part of his tactic with making me and her, like, VP and president and VP is that, God, why is my I didn't even put any eye makeup on today, and my eyes are irritating me, I don't know why. But I think his tactic for doing that is so that it feels more like a club than just, like, people have activities happen, I should say. So, which I understand, but it's just like, it was her first meeting. It's kind of funny to me that it's her first meeting and she became VP. So it's just funny to me. But yeah, that was the first major thing that happened to me yesterday. And then, like I said, I was studying I spent a little bit of Tuesday and most of Wednesday studying for this human bio test that we had yesterday. And I was definitely nervous about it, but at the same time I was, like, trying to not be super nervous about it at the same time, because I mean, it was the first test, and I was trying to, like, remind myself, like, hey, Sarah, this is the first test of the semester. If you don't do well on it, it's not gonna be the end of the world. Like, there's other tests. And so I studied the notes and I looked at the study guide and all that stuff, and I studied for it. And, like, I met up with one of my classmates, Hannah. She sits next to me in the class, and she met up with me like a half hour before the class started so we could, like, go over things. And before that, of course, I was, you know, looking over things. And so, you know, she was asking me questions and I was actually answering them pretty well. And, you know, she had a pretty good feeling that I was going to do well, and I had a decent feeling I was going to do well. And then we got the test, and it wasn't actually it wasn't a super hard test. Like, I'd say for me it was, like, to be honest, I felt like it was easier of a test than most tests I've taken, to be completely honest. Like, I'm just saying that. I'm thirsty, sorry. Oh. But yeah, I mean, it was definitely easier than other tests I've taken, which I was really happy about. Like, I feel like most of the most of the students in my class, including me, went through it with like, within like probably 20, 25, 30 minutes tops. Like, I don't know what time I finished the test, to be honest, because I didn't look at the clock, but I mean, I'm assuming it didn't take me that long. So yeah, I was like, okay, this was pretty easy. So, and the funny part about it, not funny part, but before the class was even over, like halfway through the class, because this is a 2-hour and 45-minute class. Yeah. And so like, I would say like halfway through the class, she actually gave us our grades for the test. And I was like, oh my god. And of course I was like probably one of the last people to get their freaking grade back. And I was like, ugh. But then I got it, and I got a B! So yeah, I was really excited about that. Because I'm not a good test taker, and it's biology. I mean, it's not exactly like a super easy subject for most people. So I was like, ah! So yeah. So other than those two things, my week was, I guess, average. And yeah, Super Bowl is this weekend, and I'm really excited to just have like a weekend to just relax. I have one more assignment due. Actually, I have 2 assignments due, but one of them I already did, and they're for another class of mine. But I have one assignment that is due on Monday. Well, it's not really due. We have to take a copy to class, but I'm still gonna try to get it as good as possible. But it's just a newsletter, so it should be okay. But yeah, so I'm excited for Super Bowl Sunday, and I might hang out with Tiffany and Michael tomorrow, and tonight I don't know what I'm doing, so yeah. So I just wanted to give you, like, guys, like a weekly update, kind of roundup kind of thing of my week and what happened and how I feel about those things. I'm excited to be the president of the club. I just hope that it's not like, I hope that it's not more responsibility than I'm expected it to be. I mean, I know that the advisor told me, he told me to email everybody on the list. He gave me a list of all the participants, so I'm going to try to put that together maybe today or tomorrow. Like, email all the people and like send out an email, maybe tomorrow, I don't know. Because, you know, we want people to actually be in the club. We don't want it to just be me and Kayla, so yeah. So that's part of my stuff, but yeah. So wish me luck that I can actually get people to be in this club and actually be involved. We did think of, like I said, we did think of things to, or activities or whatever, to get people to join, so hopefully that'll work. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next video, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos. So yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye!